Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind?
Gotcha. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at on this planet, what time of day it is. Grand rising brothers and sisters, melanated people, some of the non-melanated people rising along with us. And, regardless what color you are on this planet, or ethnic group, or whatever you're from, what you believe in, we all are part of the whole human experience. And this has been experienced. Like they say heaven and hell, we living in heaven and hell. We've been through hell 400 years of this state of mind, heaven and hell. But the revolution is being televised because a lot of people over the years, like I say, each generation gets smarter and wiser. I mean, we're going to come back to the truth and we're going to re-educate ourselves. Our brain's going to correct itself over the 400 years period of time. And then we've been through that 400 years period. So our brains are coming back to our true state of mind. Now that we are at a high vibration, some of us coming to our true conscious mind. The knowledge and the ancient wisdom is locked up in us and it's coming out. And all we got to do is read the right African history, the right books, read books about your brain, about your heart, about your inner self, your outer self, about nature, about all of these things, because astrology, this is all connected. And that's what we got to understand. We don't know. We're so disconnected with that one truth and the universal truth and the universal laws is that we don't. The truth is staying is right in front of our eyes and right in front of our face, but we can't see it because you're blinded by a bunch of lies. You've been tricked. Your brain been tricked. And it's easy to trick the brain to believe things because it's a subconscious mind. And I know I talk about the brain a lot. That's what it's all about, brain development. Because every time a child is born, his first 7 years of his life, those first 40 years of his life, because it's going to set the rest of the stage for the rest of his life. Whatever he's been taught those first years of life, once he come out the mother's womb, even before he come out the mother's womb, that's all our lessons start. That's why the black woman, I keep putting emphasis on the black woman's role because she's the key. She's the one that invented the laws and everything everybody's supposed to go by, but she's outside that law, and it's not her fault. We've been domesticated through slavery, and our women control the women, you control the nation of thoughts, and control the nation of people. So you teach a man, but you teach a woman, you teach a nation. So when a woman teaches, she teaches a nation. And that's what it takes to build a strong nation and start with the mother, the women, not the father, because they're the first messenger. Other child, the first teacher. And the message she get the child gonna get to the world, whether it's positive or negative. Now, during that first 7 years of your life, you're in your lower vibration. You come in this world in your lower vibration. You got to be taught out of that. That's your animalistic. Well, your consciousness comes from the bottom up, from your root chakra on up to your heart, and up to your pineal gland. But everything had to go through your heart first, because one thing about the heart, when every child is born, the message of the truth, the laws of Mowat, the laws of nature, his true nature is already written in his heart. And the heart remember things. It got a brain of its own. So when you hear the truth, that's when you're gonna really be tested, because your consciousness, you might be living lies, but your consciousness, once you hear the truth and your heart hear the truth, that is seek, that's when you're gonna really become conscious. Once you hit the heart, and that's when it's gonna activate And that's when the real battle gonna start. Because guess what? You reached your higher self, your higher vibration. You got to get past the heart. If your heart is pure, you get past it. If it's not, if you got a black heart, you won't get past it. And that's why a lot of people get mixed up there. They have heart attacks and, stressing themselves out because of their heart. It's putting stress on their heart. So when the child is born, he's born in that lower vibration. You got to teach him how to take family, you take the father, the mother, along with the village, to put each child on that righteous path because the brain is so powerful, yet it's so fragile. It got to be programmed and molded and shaped to be righteous. The parents have to be in harmony on the same message. No arguing and fussing and cussing each other out because you're going to pass that energy and keep them in their lower state of mind. Once they get out in the world, they're not going to know how to cope because they haven't been taught how to lower vibration. But a lot of us haven't been taught that. We had to learn on the hard way, take the long route to get it, experience life experience and everything. But the message of the truth is still in your heart, waiting to be activated. The spirit, the soul, the God in you. And once it's activated, that's when the real battle is going to start, the war between your own two ears. The personal battle, all those lies. Like Kanye West and Kyrie Irving, they stirred up the pot. See, like they say, when you tell the truth, they call you, they've been doing it for centuries and stuff. They took everything we took. All our truth is twisted into lies. No, that's a lie. No, that's voodoo. No, that's evil. No, that's everything that we, all the time they twisted the truth. And gave it back to us and took the truth away from us and gave it back to us their way and their beliefs. They beat it into us. And now a lot of us still want to hold on to ways of oppressor. And like I tell you, I don't come to make friends and everything because this message is for the whole planet. Black, white, I don't care what religion you are because religion is in its last days. No, I don't step on nobody because of their religion. I tell you straight up, religion is in its last days. The governments around the world are in their last days. Grand rising, brothers and sisters, this is our planet. It's time for us to take it over. All we have to do is put our voices together. The vibration of the truth going to shake the world, shake the universe and everything because the universe is calling on us to line up back with nature and the universe. Lift every voice and sing to heaven and nature. All of those songs we've been singing, Black National Anthem, Joy to the World. Where we have come on. Let heaven and nature sing, let heaven and nature sing. Whatever, it's harmony. It's about being back in tune with those two deities. It's about self-consciousness, true consciousness. So a lot of people, they walking around in their lower vibration because they've never been taught out of it. And that's the way when the oppressors messed with our family, they took the father out the house. Kanye, all of them, they've been mentioning this all of the time. They say Kanye going crazy and stuff. Anytime you start talking against what they believe in, or anybody's belief, they're going to think you're crazy, even black people. I repeat, cognitive dissonance. You're going against their core belief, but you're going against a lot that they've been taught that they think is true. But they had no facts to back it up. They said, no, Mr. Mike, you made me angry. No, you made yourself angry. You was angry before I met you. I'm just giving you the tools and working with it to get rid of those demons you got in you. And demons ain't nothing but false doctrine, abuse, spoil. Something they tell you not to do. Because one thing about the lower vibration, if you call it your lower vibration, it's for survival. You need it. That's the devil in everybody, from your medulla oblongata all the way down the spine, down to the sacral, the chakra system. They call it the reptilian brain, the animal brain, whatever. It's your primitive self, your primitive brain. It's for survival. Fight, fleet, what? Fight, flight, feed, fornicate, the basics. But that part got to be controlled. Like I said, mentioned before, it's got the gang mentality, kill to be killed. It's territorial. So if you call it a lower vibration, you wonder why these boys gang up, because that's for survival. They're in a lower vibration. They're in a primitive state of mind. I got to stick with somebody that's on the same level with me so we can survive. But I'm going to kill you if you mess with me. If you don't give me what I want, I'm going to take it. See, it's selfish, that part of your brain. That's why I got to be molded and shaped to be obedient, to be submissive by your father and your mother in harmony together. And it won't take all that beating and all of that hollering and screaming and stuff, because children, they are naturally conform to the righteous law if it's given to them properly, if they're raised by the right methodology. I studied nature, I studied the animals a lot, and they go by their laws and everything. That the plants, they talk to each other, they compete with each other, they fight each other. The animals, they got their laws too. Same way they got their laws, we got our laws also through evolution. But we don't, as one saying, not obedient to them. So we got to understand that the family is the key, the black family, first and foremost, because it's the original family. For the original truth, we got to go to the original people, we got to go to the blueprint. And that's what I'm trying to get to understand, our melanated people to understand that we've been brainwashed. We've been hypnotized. Theta is also hypnosis. A lot of people walk around hypnotized and don't even know it. They say, get out and vote. You don't have no voice, but you've been voting all these years, but what have you got? No, our voice is when we speak the truth. That's our voice. I don't want to hear that we ain't got no voice. Yeah, we got a voice of the truth, a voice of righteousness. Because we're the ones that evolved into it. We was the first ones that have it. So it hasn't grown anywhere. That ancient wisdom since the beginning of man is locked up in us, passed down through generation to generation, from heart to heart. It's up to us to write that message into the children's brain. Then their brain and their heart are being sinking. The electromagnetic energy that flow through both your heart and your brain, and it flow evenly with the universal electromagnetic energy, the universal flow. That's the power of love. That's the love vibration. We're becoming more conscious of what we eat, what we drink, and everything. That's because we're coming back to true state of mind. We the ones that had to eat the plants and map out the stars, map out the oceans, map out the different continents and everything. We had to learn the plants, the animals, everything on it. We was the first ones to do this, so we already had this knowledge before. What you call the other humans appeared. The Caucasians, they the newcomers. But through evolution and geographical location, you transform into who you are today. It's the power of DNA. It's the power of genetics. It's the power of change. So when change comes, we got to adapt to it. It's not going to adapt to us. Now everybody looking for God and the devil, that's both of them. That's two sides of man. Your lower vibration, your high vibration. So how do you reach your high vibration? When you leave home, you're supposed to be vibrating high. because of the family structure, the village. Everybody's spoke the same language, spoke the same truth. Child was everybody's child in the village. Everybody's mother was everybody's mother. Everybody's father was everybody's father. No child left behind. No courtrooms, no child support, no divorce, none of that. Because we was under the laws of Mawat, the universal laws. We was using those. So that's why we had harmony, peace, and everything. Our children reach their full potential, brain potential. So it's up for us to fix us. Only slaves can heal slaves. Again, the summation, a whole lot of the videos, other videos I made that since I've been knowing Lance, I'm just getting a summation of that because, they say, well, Mike, you got a crystal ball. You've been predicting the future. No, this stuff happened before. I just figured it out. It says nothing new under the sun. If you figure it out, that's why everything is repetitive. Just like if you keep repeating to the child negative energy, you're going to take on that negative energy and you're going to feel low self-esteem, shy. There's a whole lot of effects that they have on them. But they're not going to have that confidence because you took it away from them. That's why we got to understand the power of the tongue. It's powerful. You can speak the life or death into your children. You got to watch what you say. Now they talking about a lot of black people out here complaining about the children. Oh, they cuss out. They don't have no respect, but the older people have enough of anything for materialism. What they say, paper chasing and materialism. No morals being taught. And see, that's what we need to get back to, the moral law. But the revolution is being televised. They waking up now. Every time there's so much information out there, so many people giving it, I'm trying to suck up as much as I can, for different people, even the young ones. You can learn from anybody. Not one man can know everything in the world, but as we can put our brains together, as long as we know that one truth and expand on that from the knowledge that we all bring to the table. Because it's going to be true, because the truth is guiding the hands, wisdom guides the hands of the knowledge. When you get the true knowledge, you got the wisdom, you know if it's right or wrong. Your ancient wisdom, it'll tell you if it's right or wrong. It's time to activate what you've been seeking, you already possess. The heart needs to hear itself. The spirit needs to hear itself. It's waiting to be activated. And like I say, that electromagnetic energy, we got to get back in flow with it. That's the power of the love vibration. They even have these machines where they can measure anger and hate, anger and love. Love is like at a slower vibration. Hate is at a faster. Well, no, it's the opposite. Love is at a faster. Hate is at a slow vibration, so it affects your health and your body and everything. That's why you don't understand that once you get upset, you get into that fight or flight mode, and your heart start pounding. It get bigger and bigger because it's ready for fight or flight, pumping the blood to your muscles and everything. So you're not supposed to use that all of the time because your own energy, you would destroy your own self, your brain cells and everything because you're always angry and disease come in, dis-ease. Because your immune system is at its weakest now. And people don't know that. You're killing your own self with your own anger. Because I forgot how much electricity you got in your body, but it's a whole lot. You heard the people saying that, oh, he burned up right in front of us. I've never seen it before, but I'm not, we do have a lot of energy in our cells, period. That's why if we use our cells right and using that energy right, we can heal our own self through vibration of music, light. We take that and turn it into energy for the body. That's why I soul music. We've been singing the truth of the world for the longest because it's about love vibration. It's all about love. The music today is about that. That's why they promote it, because they trying to get us to kill each other. This stuff been playing. I have to give them one thing. They had a plan and they stuck with it and it worked until now. But they use all these illusions, give you these illusions, money, guns, and everything, politics, all these illusions they create. The school system, illusion. But like I say, you got to teach your children to distinguish what's right from wrong, what's wrong. They can't distinguish right from wrong. They think exactly what they're doing is right, is righteous. But it's not. They blind to their own selfish ways, their own lower vibrational ways. A lot of people think love is hate and hate is love, but it's not. That's what your brain been tricked to believe. A lot of killings, these wars and stuff, they think there's love. Oh, I'm fighting for my freedom. Freedom from what? No, there's more to it than that. If we dig and we research on these wars, it's all about politics and money. It's about control. It's about putting fear into people. And that's how they control it, through fear mostly. Fear, money, materialism. So we done severed our bond with nature and the universe. That's why we got to understand that we're causing a lot of these earthquakes, a lot of these storms and everything because of the negative energy that we put into the universe. But right now, we got to understand that the universe, the love vibration is coming down from the universe to line back up. That's why when change comes, if you're not spiritually inclined, if you're not spiritually woke, because religion don't do nothing but block your spirituality, your connection, your true connection to the universe, your personal connection to God, if you want to call that prayer system that you've been talking about. That's your personal relationship. Everybody got it. So that's why they say when they talk about the underworld, the dark world, talking about the spiritual world, the underworld, the subconscious, the conscious, the subconscious, and the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious, subconscious, and super subconscious. Me myself, I call the heart the super subconscious because that's where the truth and everybody see. That's where it like out in your head. If you when everybody start thinking through their heart instead of through their heads, that's when everything is going to get better, and you'll see a lot of harmony because everybody understand. We got to teach our children how to be fathers, how to be mothers, how to be uh, wives, how to be husbands. We got to teach them their roles because they got to be taught. They got to be demoted and shaped to be civilized. There's no exception to the rule. Every child is born in their lower vibration. We got to teach them to control their emotions and everything. So when they leave home, they be masters of their own emotions. Now, they experience some things, and that's the best teacher. But as long as you plant the right seeds in them, they'll stay on that righteous path. Even if they get off of it, they get back on it because they've been programmed to do it. But they had to see for themselves first, and then once that program kicked in, what mother, the village told me, mother, father told me in the village, that same truth, we won't go back to it because, hey, you're not to conform to it because that was right. We won't have to be second guessing itself. No more after that. Because everything a child, he was born, he's not born with a conscious mind. And you have to have information before you can evolve into anything. That's where it started in the mother's womb. That's why they say talk to them, read to them. The baby's subconscious mind is fully operational in the mother's womb, so he's absorbing a lot of lessons, a lot of teaching. Subconscious, you don't even know about it. It just also absorbs some bad energy also in the mother's womb. And anger is one of the main causes of a whole lot of birth defects and everything. People just don't know that because that anger and that vibration of hate and that anger all of the time is going to resonate into the children's subconscious mind while they're in the womb. Through the embryonic fluid, it travels through the fluid. So we got to understand we are not in our true state of mind. We've been domesticated. Like I say, you control the women on this planet, and they do what the men tell them to do, whether it's right or wrong. And you can see where the women are being treated right, and you can see the results of the children. There's less crime, like Denmark and places like that. I think they have one church, maybe. But they're not religious people. A lot of them don't even take wedding vows. But they still, neighbors look out for each other, the children and stuff, they can leave them at home by themselves. Everybody looking out for. So it is some places on the planet that people are doing the right thing in the right way. United States is number one on divorce rate, you name it. Gun violence, you name it. Religions, you name it. So we got to understand that their time is up and our time is up also. And what I mean by that, our time is to rise up and take our place back, our rightful place. And that's what I try to teach people, give them that message so they can hear themselves. They say, Mr. Mike, you can't teach yourself. Yes, you can. You're only saying it because you don't have the information and you want somebody else to think for you. But if you could educate yourself, you'll see what I'm talking about. They say study yourself approved. And a lot of people think it's just talking about the Bible. No, you can't be bound to that. You got to read other books, especially your African history. That's what's going to wake you up. Now, once you become conscious, your true state of mind, your true conscious mind, then when you pick up books, then you'll see that knowledge will start coming back. It'll come easy because you're feeding what's already in you. You just came in this world, you just didn't know all of this information, but the information is still there. That's why I'm not amazed. I know it's going to happen because, like I say, each generation gets smarter and wiser, and there's so many of them out there. Oh, man. It's really, I'm going to say, well, contagious, but it's not contagious. It's something that was supposed to happen. And you can see it. Only the conscious people can see it. The ones that's walking around dead, deaf and blind, deaf, dumb, and blind. It's walking dead. That's what they call Everybody not gonna wake up, but it's a whole lot of people that waking up every day. That's all I see on, well, the pages I be on. I don't be on all that gossip and everything. I'm about learning. I'm about expanding my brain, because your brain, one thing about it, it's infinite. It can hold as much knowledge you could put in it. That's why we the first ones to build universities, and everybody else is coming from around the world to learn from us. We was the first scholars. We was scholars before we were slaves. But we were still scholars through slavery, because we went through 400 years of, well, what you call it, school. So, well, I guess you could call it college. It took 400 years, but in 400 years, something happened to us. Our brains and everything kind of re-evolved into what we already evolved into. And by doing so, it made our brains second to nobody's on this planet. But they say iron sharpen iron. If you don't go through nothing, you can't tell nobody now. And so I seen our greatness still been shining through the whole time we've been over. We still had the creative mind and creative heart. That's why I say we speak the truth every day, but you don't hear your God self talking. You always hear the angry part, the lower vibration. It's controlling you. So when you do speak the truth, you don't even know you're saying it until somebody brings it to your attention. You know, I said that. Yeah, you said it. That's why I said we got to understand that we are some of the most powerful people on this planet, and there's nothing that they could do about it to stop us, because it's something that's natural. It's a natural. It's part of evolution. It's a natural change, and like I say, the universe is sending signals. It's like a symphony coming from above. It's love. That's where I see it. But the ones that can't see it and can't feel it, they having problems with the change, because this is affecting them, because they got too much negative energy. I tell my wife all of the time, you straddle the line, you kind of bipolar. One time you are fussing and cussing, and you know, next time you're sweet and everything. And even my grandmother told me, you sweet but you mean, but you can't be both. You can put on that mask all you want and act like you're self righteous and stuff, but you're not. You're not hurting nobody but yourself and your children. People don't understand that, because they so caught up in their selfish emotions. They're not worried about the children, because they don't know they passing that energy and traumatizing the children. So now they grow up and think that's where it's supposed to be, and that bad energy, they're gonna stay in their lower vibration. They're not gonna be able to cope with the world, and that's the way our oppressors want them. That's why they attacked the black family. They took the head, took the man out of the house, out of the equation. Because what is the man's job? He's the guider, he's the leader, the disciplinary, protector. He's all of that. As long as a strong man is around, and a powerful man like it around his family, people feel his energy, and they know they can't mess with that man and his family. Because this is a spiritual thing. It's not a physical thing. The physical game not gonna get you through like fighting and everything. Everybody think it is. But nowadays they pulling guns. They're not getting physical. They're just pulling guns and shooting people. Kill to be killed. That's that lower vibration. That's their reptilian brain. That's what they're living in. They get mad if you say something wrong. They disagree. They're narcissists. They spoil selfish people. And those are demons that they're fighting, those lies that they've been raised by. Think you're better than me and all of that. I just say the tongue is the most powerful weapon. That's what we got to do. We got to teach our way out of this. Teach, eat, reach one, teach one. We got to understand what's on the inside, and then you understand what's on the outside. It's not a separated. They say the flesh and your mind is separate. It's not though. It's all part of one. It's one big organism working all together. Your muscles and motor skills come right from the brain. Speech, everything come right from the brain. That's why you got the five senses: the ears, the nose, the eyes, tongue. It feed the brain information, and the brain it stores it. The subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind gonna take it and think it as being real, even if it's a lie. That's why you got to be careful. People don't understand it. They said, Mr. Mike, how you know all of this stuff? Guy told me another day, he said, Mike, Mr. Mike, you need to get classes on brain development. I said, well, I kind of do, but I see I'm still learning about the brain. I haven't learned everything I need to know, but I know what I need to know right now that I can tell you, things about yourself. That's how you can tell when people lying or people telling the truth or whatever. It's in the eyes. You got to look at the eyes. They say the eyes is the way to the soul. The eyes is the way to the brain. Because it's nothing but the lenses for the brain. So what the eye see is what it's been taught. But taught the brain to see. What is stored in the information in the brain. So that's why you gotta be careful when the child is between the first 7 years of his life. What you call it, theta, imagination, imaginary friends. They could be playing house or anything, imagination. But they think it's real. So that's where they come in and they send you to Bible school, Bible study when you're a child, when you're 4 or 5 years old. And they get you to sing that song, yes, Jesus loved me, because the Bible, see, they plant the seeds of imaginary friend in the children's head. And see, they grow up believing it's real. So you have been indoctrinated instead of educated. And that's why every religion recruit their own children. The imagination is just wide open. They suck up everything. So they expect for whoever, the parents or whoever raised them, to tell them the truth. They don't know they're being lied to. Until later on in life, somebody come and challenge their belief. And then they do their own research. And one thing about it, like I said, I learn something new every day. The more knowledge I get, the more powerful I get, and the more ancient wisdom and knowledge that comes out. So all I'm doing is just getting the knowledge of something that's already been passed down from generation to generation, ancestor wisdom. So we are the vanguards of the New World Order, the one they be talking about. We got the universe, we got nature, we got the planet, we got the animals, we got the plants on our side, everything. They got to come through us to get to the righteous, back to the righteous ways of the universe. But first, we got to get right ourselves. Because one thing about it, and I tell everybody, it's a fact. Once we line up, I'm talking about the melanated people, especially ones in the United States, because they chose us to come over here to go through this 400 years. That's why I'm being specific about the ones in the United States, ones in South America, the ones that have been enslaved all around the world, but the ones that have been taken to foreign land and suffered for 400 years. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Once they wake up and we wake up, and the black man and the black woman realign each other, and the harmony come between each other, that's when everybody on the planet, they're going to follow the lead. They're going to line up too because they love vibration. The animals going to feel it, the plants, the waters, the earth, everything. Because everything is sick right now. But it's up to us as the human race. We just put it the caretakers of our planet. We responsible for all the things that nature provided for everything, for everybody. That's why I say money don't have the value we think it got. It's their money because they got their pictures on it. But see, money's an addiction too. If you got money, you think you got power. How did you get that money? Through deception, through, free labor. But I know this, I mention this every time I do a show, that the only weapon they got against us is keeping the knowledge of our true nature from us. That's the only weapon. I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, whatever color, whatever part of the world. That's the only weapon they got. I'm speaking more specifically to the poor people of the planet. Because the rich using the poor to stay on top. Mind manipulation, money, religion and money, and illusions. That's all it is, illusions. But like I say, when nature and the universe, they wake up, there's a lot of people going to wake up. They don't have nothing to do with color. There's a lot of people coming to their true consciousness. If you want to survive and want to stay on this planet, in the human race, we got to be obedient. The fallen angels that fell from the laws of the universe, we got to go back to those laws, the natural law. And it's going to force us too. So it'll be enough left around that's obedient. It's going to inherit the planet. And that's when they say the poor man is going to have to inherit the planet. So the truth always come from the bottom to the top, not from the top to the bottom. So all the celebrities doing is just stroking the fire for us. They haven't heard from the bottom yet. And those are the most dangerous ones because, like say iron sharpen iron, they've been through more. Our celebrities, as a basketball players, they get the money and they living the American dream. That first thing they say, I made it. You made it where? Into the white man's world. That's because he let you. Now you say something wrong, like Kanye West and Kyrie Irving, that they don't like, they gonna, hey, you see what's happening? It's the first time, Ali said, I'm not gonna fight your war. Those people that do nothing want to put him in jail because he wouldn't fight for 'em. But I believe in what he was saying. I wouldn't want to kill nobody new. I wouldn't be no killer. And he was right what he was saying. They haven't done anything to us. We don't take wars to people and try to conquer other people's lands. And that's not us. That's not our method of operation. We inherit the planet. Wherever we win, it was ours. We were the first ones in whatever land we put our foot on was ours. We was the first ones there. Europe, you name it, Alaska. We are some powerful people. Your skin, your color, your hair. It's not a curse, it's a blessing. You're blessed with melanin, most powerful substance on this planet, more powerful than who. Well, the less you have, the more calcified you are. The less soul you have, the less rhythm you have, the less brain ability you have. I'm just gonna say it. Our brains are second to nobody's. That's because of the melanin. You got 12 Ukrainian nerves, like they call the 12 disciples, and it's around the pineal gland, the light in your head. That's what Jesus Christ represents at 13. He was 12, well, 12 disciples, he was 13. 12 calendar year months, and they rotate around the sun. These are all about astrology, all wrapped up between each other, together. So we had our 13th frequency, the heart frequency. That's why it's important to understand your heart and your brain connection, the electromagnetic energy that flow from the earth and from the heavens, so above and so below energy. So the only way the weather, the killings, poor man, rich man, religion, all of this stuff, the only way to get rid of it, it's gonna happen. Is like I say, you got to adapt to the change. It's not gonna adapt to us whether rich or poor. You still got the same behavior. And when it comes to human nature, you're still the same. And that's the way nature see you. It's all the same, the human race. We're different, but everything is the same. That's why the same universal laws go for the human, not for the animals. But some animals do use the same methodology. That's why the animals here before us, they teach us a lot about our behavior, how we supposed to do things. We learn a lot from the animals. So that's what makes us the genius. We got the ability to do that. Our frontal lobes on our head, that's where separate us from the animals. And that's why it's universal. The reason I say that is because we could study plants, the animals, the stars. We could study everything. The animals, they can't do that, not like us. So we got a communication with all of this, that love vibration. And once we human race line up, everything else gonna line up, and the animals and everything on this planet gonna benefit from it. That's how power. That's just how powerful love is. That love vibration. We've seen the power of hate. That's hell. It's a lot of hell on this planet. Last time to see the power of love, and that's heaven. State of mind. You walk around peaceful, humble, master of self, master your own emotion. Then when somebody say I love you, they really mean it because they teach you love and they showing love and they appreciate love. Some people don't know how to love. They haven't been taught. That's why we can't get along. We've been taught to hate each other. Just look at the names we call each other. No respect. We got to start respecting each other. But first, you got to respect yourself first. You got to learn who you are and your purpose. And you do have a purpose. And we go through this 400 years for nothing. So a lot of the athletes, they are, since Kyrie and all of them speaking up, they speaking up now because once the spirit hit you and once you become conscious, you got this hope. You see that money and everything that you were leading before don't matter because as long as you're saying it, because guess what? That's your riches. That's when you become rich, not monetary, but spiritually, and that's more powerful than money. Wisdom, the wise man, not the rich man, got the money. They got the power. So this is our time to rise up and take our place and become as one. And that's what they don't want us, the unity. But the revolution is being televised. Your hair, your skin, your eyes, your nose. It's a blessing. It's not a curse. After the rainbow appeared, he made a covenant. Said the earth won't be destroyed by water no more, but the fire. The fire. See, so the earth is being flooded. The fire and the fire they was talking about is coming from the mouth. It's going to destroy a whole lot of things. Put everything in order. Fire of the spirit. They say this is the connection me to all flesh. And I know that the rainbow is diluted carbon. The molecules in the water I reflect off of the sun. So you add all those colors together, it's going to turn black, just like the sun is. It's black. So the blackness of the sun, the blackness of your skin, the darkness of your skin. You put it that way. The true, like I say, the true black power is the melanin, the carbon. And like I said in the rainbow, it said that's the connection me and all flesh. And when I read that, I didn't know too much about melanin at the time, but I knew I was on to something when it said that. But I knew about the radiocarbon, but I didn't know about the melanin was a derivative from the carbon. So back then, when I first came into the enlightenment, I didn't have the information, but now we in the age of information. It's all over the place now. Instead of saying black of the berry, sweet of juice, everybody saying melanin. See, so we have got smart and wise, and so we getting everything back. No matter how they try, they can't stop us now. And some of them, they know what's going on, but there's nothing they can do about it. But they trying. Their laws and everything. Well, blind leading the blind. I'll just leave it at that. But we're not blind anymore. Like I say, some of us want to hold on to the ways of the oppressor. And I tell them, you part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. So, man, you can't conversate. And I tell them in a minute, I won't hear nothing about nobody's religion. Now, I'll listen to you for a minute, but just for a minute. Now, if you try to force it on me and stuff, well, I have to let you know because I ain't trying to make no friends or nothing, but I'm not going to let nobody force something on me when I keep telling you that I got it. I got everything I need. And that's what a lot of people good at forcing it on you, try to make you believe, but I don't know. Then I ask them a few questions I know they can't answer. I know they know the answer to it, but I know it's going to scare them off because I know they can't answer. I don't want to hear nothing man-made. Them Jewish people, they know they're not the true Jews. They just trying to take on our identity. Oh, we the chosen people. No, y'all not chosen. Y'all chosen to be to tell lies, to manipulate people's minds because y'all the ones that was the head of the slave trade and everything. So we here to take our identity back. All of those things y'all been talking about, because we're the ones that started all the major religions. But y'all came and corrupted them. Then produced more and more spin-offs of this religion, spin-offs of that one. But they all the same. Like I say, it's only one God. Yeah, it's only one truth. That's why it's not no S at the end of it. It's only one. And that's for everybody. Just like the sun on the planet. It's for everybody. The rain that come out the sky is for everybody. The moon is for everybody. The air is for everybody. And it's all free. You know, it should be. Should nobody be paying for nothing, because he's put in to share this planet. So we had to go through all of this from centuries on top of centuries of mind manipulation and trickery and illusions. Because whether you live on this planet, wherever you live on this planet, or wherever you come from, whatever you mutated into, we all part of the same human race. The whole human family is one race. So we all part of nature. So we are, like I said, we are the caretakers of this planet. But right now we're not doing a good job because we're not in a righteous state of mind. There's a lot of mental illness going on. A lot of people walk around think they're not mentally ill, but they're not. The psychiatrists, it's sure not going to solve your problem. The doctors not going to solve your problem. Nature provides everything that you need. The universe provides everything that you need. The psychological part, if you change your mind, you'll see. You change your ways you're eating. That's why a lot of people becoming conscious of a lot of stuff they eat now. Like I said, mentioned earlier, what they drink, because their true nature is taking over. So it's all about harmony. We got to get back in tune. That's why the black family is so important. The human family is so important. It's order. It's time for some order. It's time to break the cycles that they put us on. Because I asked somebody, I say, why do people tell lies? They said, Mike, you know what? I don't even know. I said, well, the will to be righteous is in everybody. They could be caught red-handed and they say, I didn't do it. So the will to be righteous is in everybody, but you want taught to be that way. People think they wearing a mask and they can't see because you're sneaky and stuff. Say, I'm a scheme on him, but your eyes and your mouth, all you got to do is be around people that long enough they reveal their character. And one thing I learned, that people will judge other people, but they won't judge themselves. And when somebody come along and judge them, show them, this is what you doing, this is you. And it's bad, they don't deny it. Oh, that's not me. You say something good, they absorb it. You say something bad, no, that ain't me. They don't do it to you. Then they'll start paying attention to themselves. So I learned early in life, when people talk about other people, they talking about themselves. They say they take one to know one. So if you see how that person behave, you probably behave that way before in your life. That's how you know, through life experiences. So one thing about it, doing my studies, I just started studying astrology until later on in my life, and that's when everything I think I had mentioned before, that's when I started really putting everything together. Everything started making sense. And the brothers and sisters that are woke, that are conscious and doing their research, the majority of them, they talk about astrology. So they don't teach you a lot about astrology in school. They teach you what they want you to know. But then when teaching you how everything is connected, they gave you all these different names, Hercules and Mars and all these stuff they name, to throw you off. But once I started studying religion, astrology, I see where everything had came from, the gods and all. They were talking about the planet. Just like Virgo is the virgin, the house of bread. And somehow God is translated. But it all means something, not what was given to us, allegories, but something else. There's the truth in those allegories, but it's not the story that's ready available that's being told. It's a cover up. Just like the story about Jesus Christ. This is an allegory. Oh, the Son of God. They talking about the S-U-N, not the S-O-N. See, it all lead back to astrology, the sun, the S-U-N. They talk about the higher power. They talking about the sun in the universe. Because the higher power, the sun, they power all the planets and everything. Power a whole lot of it. Even give you melanin. And so you get vitamin D from the sun, you get more than that. They don't want you to tell you getting power and strength from the sun because we are the children of the sun. They don't want to tell you all of that. The energy. And see, I live in Orlando, Florida. When I first came down here, I saw how everybody could run so fast. And I was wondering where they was getting energy from. And they call this the Sunshine State, and I put it together, the dark skin, the sunshine. I said, that's our element. And come to find out that most of the Africans that are in the South, they came from West Africa. Or through West Africa, most of them came from West Africa. In West Africa, they got a lot of fast runners over there. Ethiopians and Kenyans, they more long distance running because there's more mountains and stuff. hmm So we had to adapt to the geographical locations wherever he was at. And nature made us adapt. We had to adapt to it. It wasn't going to adapt to us. But through evolution, DNA is in the genetics, the mitochondrial DNA, the mutated gene that the black woman carried, the Eve gene, give all variations of the people or the humans on the planet. I think that was the day we was talking about the woman. I think it was somewhere I heard where they said, where the black woman, where the woman, she gave the birth to the boy and the girl. And I was talking to somebody that she was Christian. She was white. I said, well, why do y'all leave the woman out of y'all Trinity? She said, what you mean? I said, y'all say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. She said, yeah. I said, well, where's the mother? Because she gave birth to the Father and the Son, don't she? And I said, yeah. She said, I never look at it that way. I said, nobody never told you because they thought you was a child, but they left out that part. I said, they promote a lot of gayism, don't they? Mess with them little boys and stuff and all that. I said, that's why I don't believe in religion because it's a cover up. It's all a scam, and scamming people's minds and stuff and scamming and burning their pockets. It's all about power of people's minds and mind manipulation and keeping you here so I can stay up here. That's why you step out of their laws. They even run the TV show, stations, radio stations, they'll cut you off. As long as you're a good house and they did stuff, they'll take care of you. You know, you could do all of this. That's why I say be careful. Black people, they get favoritism in America. Yeah, there's a lot of them sellouts, but that's on them. I'm not mad at them because it's all about survival. You know, it's a dog eat dog world right now. I'm not mad at nobody. I just understand what everybody's going through. You know, I can't say I hate anybody because if I say that, I say I hate evolution. No, you can't have no hate in your heart going through this transition right here. Nothing but love, but you got to understand love. Now, if you haven't been taught love as a child, you can't teach yourself. I had to teach myself, you know, how to love me. But see, my demons didn't come from my mother and father. They came from my brothers and sisters. But they didn't know any better. I had to learn that, you know, why they were jealous of me, why they was, you know, what it's all about. You know, my mother and my father, she was 14 when she had her first child. She had to grow up with her children. Like a lot of people do, they have to grow up with them, you know. And it's too young to have a child anyway for anybody. I don't care if it's black, white, or whatever. Especially in America, you know. You're not mature enough when you grown, you 18 years? No, you're not grown. Yeah. Your brain don't even stop growing, developing until you're 25. That's why it takes so long for us to mature, to grow into an adult, because of brain development. But no, they don't want to talk about that. I talk about it. You know, I know a lot of other information, you know, a lot of history and stuff like that. But that's their time on this planet. This is our time. Because their history just been passed down. It's just been falsified, lied to, bamboozled. But that's all right. So we are the ones that could correct ourselves. And it's time for a correction, alignment, enlightenment. A time for love. We's the ones that invented it, especially the black woman. That's why I got to understand that, hey, y'all the key, the queens. And I think I mentioned before that, see, we have respect. It was built off matriarchy. We have respect for the women because we know the importance. Hey, you got to teach the children. You got a hell of a job. You got to feed the children. You got to teach them. You got to, you know, the nurturer. But the daddy, he got to be in the house to keep everything in order. The leader, the director. See, the family is the cure for the world's problem. It's the only cure, the family. That's why I concentrate on. I know because we got to line the family back up with the universal laws, the universal nature laws. And once we line up, like I said, the whole planet, the animals, everything gonna feel it, that vibration. Because we and only us, the melanated people, are extension, a piece of the universe walking the planet. Let me repeat that again. We, the melanated people, are extension of the universe walking on the planet. So we have a connection that nobody else has because of the melanin, because of our hair, because of our skin. So it's not a curse, it's a blessing. Not like they told you, oh, you got black skin, oh, he cursed, it's evil. Mm-hmm. Everything come from the dark to the light, not from the white to the black. The blackness was already there when the white got there. Put it that way. Even when you turn on a room, a dark room, You turn on the dark was there till you turn on the light. In the darkness go away. It's just like the truth. You walk into the truth with a full room of darkness, evil people, and you walk in there with the truth. You clear the room because all the darkness will leave. But you can run, but you can't hide, because once you hid, you can't unhid. That's when the real battle gonna start, right between your own ears. You're gonna take it with you, because the heart will not let go of it. This is what I want to be. This is what I wanted to hear all of the time. And so you either gonna run to it or run from it. Either your heart gonna let it get past and go to your higher vibration, your pineal gland, or it's gonna stop right there. That's the feather in the scale. They showing the gypsum walls, the jurors, 12 jurors up at the top. They take them to get judged with the feather in the squid and the heart. See where your heart was at. And they got the little gator behind there, and that's yourself, your animal brain, your lower brain, your animal, your primitive mind, your reptilian brain. That's why you look like a reptile. So it's waiting to devour you in your heart. You won't make it. And that's what they get to say, getting judged. So when people hear the truth, it's going to burn their ears. It's going to burn their heart. And that's the fire. That's the spirit. It's going to wake it up. But it's going to burn some ears, because the ears, the ones that burn, are the ones that got a lot of negative energy, a lot of evilness. And I tell people, you get mad at me all the time. I ain't come to make friends because I eat evil. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I fear no evil because it fear me. This is Michael Hamer, the Rainbow Warrior. Just keeping you updated, and I'm ready when everybody else is ready. Coming soon to your station, the revolution will be is and will be televised. But they haven't met us yet. The ones on the bottom. We the ones that's gonna bring the natural, the heat, the fire. Remember Earth and Fire sing, Way of the World, heart, a child is born with a heart of gold, but the ways of the world makes his heart so cold. See, we turn them into demons. We turn them into little devils, little evil people. As you keep them in their lower vibration. You either provoke them to anger or either spoil them. Two things they tell you not to do. But we do it anyway and see the results. And they asking why? Why my child is? Why? Because you hindered them. You lied to them. You got to watch what you put in your children's head. That's why I tell a lot of people, I say, I don't mess with people in between. Only babies and some fools. And the older people, not all the old people. The old, wise ones, the ones that's conscious. But the ones in between, they think they know, but they don't know. They're just some lost souls walking on the planet. This is Michael Hamer coming back to you real soon, the Rainbow Warrior. Peace out. Love, peace, and soul.
Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition, stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion? Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die. But all of the years that we're living For us there's nothing but hell, pain, torture, and misgiving. Yet the Bible speaks of a heaven filled with material luxury, which the white man and the preacher has right here, so we see. So my friend, take it for what it's worth. Your heaven and your hell is right here on this earth. So let's check back into history, which rewards all research and tells us plainly that before the white man gained entry to the East, he was living in the caves of Europe, a ravenous beast, eating juniper roots and eating flesh raw, till God sent Moses to civilize him and teach him the law. Then, following Marco Polo, an explorer, he gained entry into Asia and Africa. From China, he took silk and gunpowder. From India, he took jute, manganese, and rubber. He raped Africa of her diamonds and her gold. From the Mideast, he took barrels of oil untold, raping, robbing, and murdering everything in his path. The whole black world has tasted of the white man's wrath. So, my friend, it's not hard to tell. A white man's heaven is a black man's hell. America, we were living in the East. By the Nile River, we were living in luxury, enjoying freedom, justice, and equality. We wore silken robes and slippers of gold. We were the wealthiest and the wisest people, I'm told. Now we are the poorest of the poor. Nobody wants us at their door. So, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven is black man hell. When the white man came to America, he told the Indian, I am your white brother. He said, red man, I'll treat you the best. Yet and still he pushed the Indian further west with his white woman and fire water. Tricks and lies, he stole America. The original owner of this nation is cooped up on a reservation. So, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven, black man hell. He needed someone to work the land. His back was too weak. He needed you, black man, so he commissioned Sir John Hawkins to commit the world's most grievous sin, to take a man who's born to be free and bring him down to slavery, to sell a man as merchandise, on his body put a price. Oh, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven is a black man hell.